Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Well, the Michigan Golf Show is wrapping up, and we're with David Graham, who's with the Golf Association of Michigan. And guess what we're going to talk about? Ireland. You've had a couple of trips now with Sullivan Golf and Travel to Ireland, and tell people what's fun over there.
Well, the best part about going to Ireland for golf is that the courses are absolutely spectacular. The people are wonderful to be with. The food is sensational. And despite what everybody says, the weather can be awesome. Absolutely awesome. I played this past year. We were in Scotland and in Ireland. 9 rounds of golf. Wore shorts 3 times. No rain whatsoever, and this was the first week of October.
Wow, no rain. Wow, so the fall might really be a good season to go then.
Oh, it really is. We've been hosting a trip now for the last 3 years. We'll have our 4th this coming October. All in October. The weather has always been very, very good. And we've selected some great courses. We'll be going to the Northwest this October, and we're going to 6 fantastic courses, including Connemara, Carn, Enniscrone, Lahinch, Doonbeg. Great tracks.
Doonbeg. I remember playing Doonbeg when we went over there with Sullivan Golf and Travel before you started taking people there, and the scenery on the ocean is unbelievable. Sometimes I almost forgot to play.
Oh, it's mind-boggling how beautiful it can be, and so what a treat. And the best thing for the association and people who come on our trips with the GAM is Sullivan Golf and Travel. Cathal O'Sullivan has been the finest tour guide that we could ever work with. And I like to say that while he's not the biggest, he's absolutely the best.
Well, he is great. We had so much fun on our trip. We had about 14 people in a minivan with big windows, and it was great. We didn't have to do the driving, and the accommodations were fun, and the food was fun, and the golf was unbelievable. Now, Lahinch. We didn't play Lahinch, but we did walk around it, and what a classic old course that is.
Well, Lahinch, was originally laid out by old Tom Morris, and then Alistair McKenzie came in and did the final routing on it.
We are at the famous Lahinch Golf Course in Lahinch, Ireland, with the head PGA pro here, Robert McGavery. And you've been here a while yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about the 1959 and what it was like then?
I left school in 1959, and in those days there was nothing in Lahinch in those days. They played golf for about 3 months of the year, May, June and July and August maybe, and that was it. There was no tourism in those days. So when television came into Ireland, which was around the 1960s, early 60s, golf took off in Ireland. So it's going well ever since.
So you play a little bit longer than those 3 months?
Nowadays we play from, we play all year round, but the tourist season starts in about April and goes on till the end of October.
Well, now this course was first laid out by old Tom Morris, 1892, and then it was revised by another famous architect.
It was old Tom Morris originally, yeah, and Alistair McKenzie, but there was a few in between then.
And they have 2 holes there, the Klondike and the Dell. The Klondike's a 5-par, where your second shot is over a huge hill, totally blind, and you have a little gentleman on top of the hill with a red flag. You can't hit your shot until he gives you the flag to swing away because you're crossing the 18th fairway. Hit that shot, get it in. You finish that hole, you come back to the Dell, a 3-par, hit it over a great big hill with a white aiming rock. And depending upon how the wind's blowing, your caddy will tell you, aim just a bit to the left of the aiming rock, and you'll be just fine because you can't see the green at all. Absolutely spectacular. Could never do it again here in America, but what a treat to play those courses.
Well, that is a fun one. You bet you really get some elevation changes on that one too, don't you?
Oh, tremendously. You're up and down and this way and that way, and the wind's blowing and the sun's shining, hopefully, and you get in some of the greatest bunkers you could ever be in your life, and you hope you get out in one.
About how many people go along on some of these trips?
We range between 12 and 16, and we have found that size is perfect. And what Sullivan does for us is we'll get a motor coach when we have 16 people for 32, so you got plenty of room to spread out. But the most important thing is you get a driver who's not just a driver, he's a concierge. He takes you to where you need to go before and after. If you have rain during the course year-round, which happens just once in a while, he'll collect your towels, take them home, wash them, dry them, and you have fresh towels the next morning for your round of golf.
Does he sing?
Well, they do a little bit of that too, but I'll tell you, The key to it is keep them driving and focus on the road.
Right. Well, we had fun with our guy because he did sing for us, and he could sing better than any of us. So, oh yeah, I know, it was great.
Well, it didn't really matter after a few Guinness anyhow, because you don't really care after that.
And we had some great fish and chips, I remember, at least one place. It was Connemara, maybe?
Could have been. You know, the pub crawls and the pub grub, as they call it, is out of this world. And the soda bread at every single pub, every single restaurant is to die for.
So there it is. Food, golf, Guinness, and singing drivers.
Great camaraderie. And you get yourself into a pub also, and all of a sudden you get some of the local musicians coming in and playing for you. And they'll just come in and more will show up. And it's just the most festive experience. And as the Irish say, they have good crack. Now what that means is they talk, they tell great stories, they love to be around each other, and it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. And some people say it's once in a lifetime. I've got the good fortune to go a few times. I hope to keep going. It's an absolutely spectacular experience.
Well, it sure is, and I'm glad you put these trips together so other people can go too. So congratulations, Golf Association of Michigan, on setting up these great trips with Sullivan Golf and Travel. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny, and thank you, Art.